tracking rain, snow, hail, or even an occasional thunderstorm is very difficult here in Oregon due to a lack of Doppler radar coverage. A new company, though, is stepping in to possibly fill the void. In a special report tonight, Chief Meteorologist Dylan Robichaud shows us when we could see more of these life-saving radars.
Well, Matt, this has been a problem for several decades. Look at this map behind me. This shows that the closest Doppler radars to us are in Portland and down here in Medford, leaving a big radar gap from Corvallis down to Eugene and out towards the Oregon coast. A company called Climavision is considering adding up to 4 Doppler radars in Oregon. How soon until it happens? I spoke with their CEO.
They can save your life from tornadoes, heavy rain, severe storms, and flooding. The Doppler radar works by sending a pulse of microwave energy into the atmosphere. When these pulses encounter a target, they bounce off them and return to the radar. Here in West Central Oregon, we are too far from nearby radars in Portland and Medford. And since the Earth is curved, the radar beam is at 14,000 feet when it gets to Eugene and Florence. This is a problem because most of our winter precipitation occurs under 10,000 feet. This means that the Doppler radar on your phone may show it's dry when it's actually pouring.
There's a lot of impactful weather that happens at the low-level parts of the atmosphere that are currently missed. We have captured tornadoes well before the existing network.
Chris Good launched a company called Climavision back in 2021 with the goal of fixing this problem.
Oregon has one of the more challenging problems. In particular, when you look at your viewing area there around Eugene, and as you look westward and southward, you would be in what's characterized as one of these gaps.
And he says they could be coming to Oregon in the next 2 years to help fill the radar gap.
To provide coverage for Corvallis all the way up to Salem, and then southward along the coast there to Coos Bay. And then we've identified another 4 gaps that we would be looking to fill.
The radars they deploy have better resolution and are cheaper than the current radars in Portland and Medford.
The benefit of X-band is that it's about 10 times the spatial resolution of S-band. So you can see a lot more detail because of that increase in resolution, which allows us to see a lot more detail in developing storm systems.
Playing devil's advocate, we've had these radar issues across the country for so many years. Why has it taken so long to finally fix this problem?
We are no doubt seeing more and more impactful weather events that come in several different forms across the country. That are on the rise in terms of their frequency and the volatility that they introduce, both to public safety and to the economics. The second thing I would say is the energy transition. We're at a phase right now where we're all trying to transition to renewable forms of energy, which are often derived from weather, whether that is wind, solar, or hydropower.
There's a twofold benefit. The first being that you will get faster, more accurate, real-time information on where storms are heading. And the second is that this data will actually make weather forecasts more accurate.
Real value that they provide is they're another input of data that is assimilated into weather models to provide a much better, more accurate, and a much more resolute view of what future weather looks like.
The weather models we use to predict the weather are based off observations from radar, satellites, and weather stations across the country. And it's real simple. More data equals a more accurate forecast.
In Congress right now, there is a bill called the Weather Reauthorization Act, which would allow the government to access data from third parties, such as Climavision, to improve weather forecasts for the public.